right, so I think y'all ready for y'all first feature. Y'all ready for y'all first feature? With that being said, I'm gonna give this person the intro that they deserve. Also, y'all, it's March, so I just want to say Happy Women's History Month. Yeah. Like, my gosh. And how fitting that our first feature is a beautiful Black woman. So I'm gonna say about her right now.
Yo, y'all, she's amazing. I watched like 5 videos.
You see this cosign. You see this. You see this.
Let's be real, I did.
Let's be real. And the bio, oh my gosh, the bio is lengthy, okay? All right. So, Colin is a multidisciplinary artist of Haitian descent, okay? Okay, suck up that. No. All right. Her work has appeared in Trolley Inc. and Nabula Jaded, Ebis Press, and Porter Gulch Review. She published, y'all. She is the author of Dreaming in Creole and Said the Swing to the Hoop. She has been featured on PBS. Oh, I know y'all remember PBS. PBS, right about now. That's my shit. Right about now. NPR, and has performed throughout the United States and internationally. Beyond poetry, Colin has navigated the stage as an actor, performing in productions with Black Theater Troupe of Upstate New York and Creative Action Unlimited. Her one-woman show, Simone, appeared at Capitol Rep Theater, and she has spent years performing reenactments, most often as Sojourner Truth. As an emerging artist, she has shown art at the Underground Railroad Education Center, Albany Center Gallery, and the Arts Center of the Capital Region. She multidisciplinary, y'all. Okay? Although she grew up in Connecticut, she has called New York's Capital Region home since 2007. With an educational background in English and Africana studies, her work, no matter the medium, discusses the human condition, aims to create visibility, and uses history and activism as its foundation. She is the 2022 Excellence in Arts and Mothers Award recipient for the U Albany's Alumni Association. She is also a Cave Canem, Bona, and New York State Writers Institute Fellow. She currently sits on the board for the Sanctuary for Independent Media, Like Dimensions in Art, and is a founding member of the Social Justice Artists Collective. She believes in Nina Simone's words that an artist's duty is to reflect the times, and often says, if art didn't move you, then I didn't do my job. So, with that being said, super long intro to just basically tell y'all this is an amazing human being, and I'm so glad that I've had the opportunity to know her, to see her perform, to compete against her multiple times in slams, and just to all around just have this person and have this poet in my network of people that I appreciate and adore. So please, please, please give it up for this amazing poet who goes by the name of Colin.
Say a parler, moi mon parler, tant qu'on est pour voir aux mains qui t'aime chercher, même j'encore, qui t'y tout qui perdu, qui seul, qui donne, c'est pour m'carrer, pied monde qui boit mauvais chemin, bon manger, bon capable mourir, monde qui grand acclamant. I I dream in a language that feels like home. The words come to mind when I can't find the right ones in English, this language I learned first, the dance, the cadence that sways with my tongue. Le moi parler Creole. When I speak Creole, I have the voice of Haiti in my throat, thirsting to tell stories that may never be translatable, but will always end with hope. And for that, they will always be worth telling. They cut the son's head off in Cité Soleil, Haiti. Poverty bleeds internally there. She lives in the city of the sun, 5 children, husband dead, murdered for supporting Titi. They beat her, they stalk her, they beat at her house. She beat them by hiding. She lives in the city of the sun, where she married again, married a man who raped her daughter, ripped her heart more, 6 children, new baby, no money. She lives in the city of the sun, where water floods her home. Wade in the water, her family waits in the water, in the city of the sun, where it seldom shines. So turn the sun on its pregnant belly over the horizon, birthing femme haitienne, Haitian women, mountain women. Demon, behind the mountains are more mountains. Demon, like a million hills rolling before the sun. These women carried resistance in their sweats. They walk in worn shoes, calloused feet, dark skin glistens in the noon sun. Veins map their hands. River water pumps through Haiti's dried land as their stomachs empty, sagging breasts like eroded hillsides. The women carry water on their heads, water in their wombs, water off their floors. They are potomitan, center pillars holding a collapsed house while the sun breaks dawn like coconuts cracked open with machetes. These women, Bateneb, beat back the dark, turn the sun on its pregnant belly over the horizon, birthing a new day. Laugh the women, we are still here, and we run the book. Neighborhood watchers, be water our clothes on rocks, write secret messages in the money, be at water when the sun goes into labor, and you will see her. Ana Carona, golden flower hangs in the sky. Taino chief thief hanged for trying to negotiate peace with Columbus. These women rest in her story. Burning souls rest in her blazing sun. They cut the son's head off in Cité Soleil, Haiti. These women birth a new one every day. Mountain women, militant mountains. Demon, behind the mountains are more mountains. Demon, like a million hills rolling before the sun. These women carry Haiti in their sweat.
Come on!
How y'all doing?
We're good.
Hey, Lyrical read my whole bio.
Right? The whole thing.
The whole thing. Sometimes people read it and then I'm like, is that me? I do that? Yes. I'm really humbled that I've had the honor to live in my passion. So thank y'all for being in this space. Thank y'all for loving our poetry. We like packed up in this room for some poems, you know what I'm saying? So y'all make some noise for yourselves. Because it's spaces like this that allow for me to exist. So, okay. I am going to do The Girl Dream. I'm not going to intro it. I think y'all get it as it goes along. The girl dream. And the girl called into a room, 3 boys and a girl, the only girl, and my grandpa asked what they wanted to be. And the girl, bright-eyed, chest out, back straight, clear voice said, lawyer. The girl made a riverbed and dirt road, fried plantain and peas, coal fire and cast iron pot, said, lawyer. Not 2 weeks later, my grandpa pulled the girl out of school, sent her to learn how to sew and cook. The girl's supposed to be a boy's dream, not dream like one. Not supposed to be bold or big or speak loud or speak. The girl skipped sewing class, used pocket change from Guntiso to buy fresco and watch people walk on Shundamas without anyone knowing. The girl, a protest. The girl, still dreaming in view of the presidential palace. The girl becomes a woman, becomes a wife, becomes my mother. My mother carries 3 girls and a boy, like the tethered, like a reckoning. I am the only child to survive the terrain of her womb, the only girl, the only dream left. My mother immigrant, my mother night school and Western Creole on her tongue, my mother lover of coconut flesh and peanut brittle, my mother loud, my mother sacrifice, my mother first lady of the church, my mother housekeeper for a living, my mother mathematician making $1 out of angud less than 15 cents. And one day she taught me a lesson in a white woman's bathroom, pointed to the toilet she just cleaned, said this job in particular and overall is not for you, said you could be a lawyer, translation, be a lawyer, translation, does not matter that you are a girl, translation, I am her dream, carved out her stomach from her cooked hands, aged from fire and bleach, her back a wall crumbling, her kidneys passing stones, the weight of all her deprivation, a field of hives on her skin, a sting piercing back. How y'all feeling?
Good.
Okay. I'm gonna read a poem. Is that cool?
Come on, reading the poem.
I feel like we need to normalize reading poems. Like it's okay. Like we don't memorize all of them. And
Thank you.
It's alright.
Hello, let them know.
It's okay. I just want to make space for the readers. Okay, so this poem is called "A Drop in the Ocean," and sometimes I like to write in forms. And so this form is called the glossa. And for anybody who wants to try it out at home, it's 4 stanzas. Each stanza has 10 lines. You get a quatrain, 4 lines from another poem. And each of those lines become the last line of each of your stanzas.
Y'all
got
I like that one.
Y'all got
I like that.
I'm gonna say it one more time. So you have to write 4 stanzas. Okay? 4 stanzas. Each stanza is 10 lines. 10 lines each. You get a quatrain or 4 lines from another poem, somebody else's poem, right? And then you use each of those 4 lines as the last line of each of your stanzas. Y'all got it? Okay. So the poem.
I'm sorry, they stressed out over here because they don't write. They just here to enjoy it. Keep going.
Okay, so a stanza is just, it's like
A paragraph.
yes, in a poem. There you go. Okay, so the poem is called "A Drop in the Ocean." The 4 lines read as: lying, thinking, last night, how to find my soul a home where water is not thirsty. And that's from the poem "Alone" by Maya Angelou. When quiet still saturates the air in the early morning, I feel all the remnants of a fight in my body. I open the curtains wide, let the light in. Sometimes I am my mother's child, a strong Black woman holding the day by its throat. But for this small voice, lying, thinking, I can't do it all. I am afraid how fragile the body crumbles under tight lungs, or yesterday's news of bodies like mine. I don't know if it was out of need or out of habit that I prayed for strength when I went to bed last night.
Wow.
And I don't remember the first time someone called me strong, whether it was a compliment or training for how to be a Black woman. This body came with no instructions. Every day I find a new ache. Every poem is an exercise on how to find my soul a home, with permission to break, to curl into, to cry, to throw rage against the walls, to be a full moon and empty craters, a field of lavender tilting its neck in the breeze. That kind of strength that ain't got to be strong all the time. I be a drop in an ocean where water is not thirsty. Time.
much as you need.
Five-ish more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pieces, 5 more pieces.
Okay, we're not doing 5 more pieces.
Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, like a poem and a half. It's like 2 poems.
Okay, 6, 7, 8 minutes. What you need?
I really feel like reading this brand new poem. Y'all won't see how brand new it is.
Like it was yesterday, like
It's the Notebook.
It's a notebook.
It's a short poem, but it's just on my mind. I just feel like I should just follow that.
Do it. Follow your guts.
So,
The Lord leads you. Sorry.
okay, y'all ready? And then I'll do one more poem. When I say a little goes a long way, it's all inclusive. I mean, roll the toothpaste tube till the toothpaste is gone, because there's still a little in there. I mean, when I close my eyes for 10 minutes, that's all I need to make it through the next 3 hours. I mean, I don't like to overdo it with the perfume or the salt or my paint or my eyeliner. I mean, a little sun on my face is good for my whole soul. But when I say a little goes a long way, I'm also talking about your racism and sexism and ableism and homophobia and every kind of oppression on the planet that starts with a little until it turns into a lot, until it's the whole damn system. Sometimes I'm not talking about the milk for the last bowl of cereal or the magic my hair turns into with a little rain. This is what happens with brand new poems. I'm saying how much I wish more of us understood how far a little goes. Don't take but one stab to draw blood. When I ask how it is we got here, how in the hell it got set up like this, I say a little every day. A little always goes for the long haul. Okay, so last poem. I have a master's in Africana Studies. And I don't know about y'all, but in my education, you know, I had to go to the library, search for history that looked like me, literature that looked like me. I mean, I got a whole master's in Africana Studies because I didn't get that education growing up. And I like to use my poems to kind of like push against tropes and stereotypes and things and all of that, right? So, okay, this poem, the title is self-explanatory. It's called For Every Black Woman Who Has Been Called Angry. I feel like we need a collective right now. Here we go. I've been trying not to be an angry Black woman. Make sure I smile a little in public. Seems like the understanding is that our facial expressions do not lend to other emotions, that the fears we stay ready to start a commotion just because. Like, there are no reasons to be Black, a woman, and angry at the same time. So don't you know on most days I turn my smile into a protest, but the rest is a crooked upwards battle. I've been trying to rise like Maya's dust every time there's some bitter, twisted lies. Been trying to be Black girl magic without a spell to conjure over this hurt, this pain, this rolled up thunder pressed between my ears. I've been trying to sew invisibility cloaks to drape around my children for protection, only to find out they invisible already without protection. Been trying to tell my daughters to not be angry, that sass might get you sassed, that kissing the pavement ain't better than going home. They will say you had too much attitude. You used to see your smile pressing through from behind your teeth, the world on your shoulders like the mule you are. They will wonder how you made it anyhow, how somehow they haven't killed you yet, being angry and all. But ain't that the point? That Harriet Tubman had to be an angry black woman, that Sojourner Truth had to be an angry black woman, that Assata Shakur had to be an angry black woman, that Rosa Parks had to be an angry black woman, that Shirley Chisholm had to be an angry black woman, that Fannie Lou Hamer had to be an angry black woman, that Curtis Scott King had to be an angry black woman, that Betty Shabazz had to be an angry black woman. And ain't that the point? That I have every right to be angry about our trees cut down and the roots left there naked in the sun, about history being his story one too many times, about the corrections to my language my tongue was already cut out, about gentrification, about discrimination, about appropriation of my culture, about bullets spraying like a carnival game on victims with no weapons, about being called everything but my name, Mammy, Jezebel, Ratchet, bitch, about the prison industrial complex, about this reflection someone put in the mirror that ain't my own. I have every right to break the glasses. Anger ain't yours to police, ain't yours to cage up like a bird, ain't yours is the point. I've been trying not to be an angry black woman. Truth is, I ain't trying no more. Come on. And you're gonna be glad one day. I said you're gonna be glad one day I was angry enough to change the world.
Let's go.
Thank you. I'm on Instagram. It's D Colin Poet, DCOLIN Poet, POET. And also you can visit my website, which is dcolin.com. All the things are there. That's probably where you were watching. I don't know where you were.
I was on YouTube, girl.
Okay, you were on YouTube. Okay. That's nice. I'm Googleable. But yeah, the website is dcolin.com, DCOLIN, and the Instagram is dcolinpoet, DCOLINPOET. Thank y'all so much.
And she had books.
I have books. I have Dreaming in Creole with me. So
How much are your books?
My books are $12.
Only $12. You can't afford not to buy it.
Also, I don't do trades because I'm a full-time artist. So let's talk after. Also, I'm a visual artist, and I turn my paintings, the large-scale paintings, into other things. So I have some buttons tonight. This is a button of Frida Kahlo. I have some other buttons here, so y'all can come and check that out.
Give it up, D. Colin.